$77,940, the most money I've ever seen in my account, and the most money we've ever spent on one thing. You ready?
Okay. Do it together.
Yeah,
3, 2, 1. Oh my god, it's done!
Good job, boy! Welcome to the family!
We are officially the owners of a 58-foot catamaran, but we have humble beginnings. For 5 years, we've been living on this boat, our steel Adams 35 Inner Bloom. We don't come from money, but what our families gave us was impenetrable self-belief. Bravery builds bridges, and if we've learned anything, it's that life shrinks or expands in proportion to your courage.
How does it feel to treat me like you do? When you laid your hands on me and told me who you are. Thought I was mistaken. I thought I'd heard your words. Tell me, how do I feel? Tell me now, how do I feel? Those who came before me lived through their vocations, from the past until completion. They'll turn away no more.
Before we can even think about servicing or touching these engines, we have to tackle what is around it. Both of these engine bays are filled with dust and mold, and dust is something that we're especially concerned about because when it mixes with oil, it can act as a bit of an abrasive, especially for like the cylinder walls and the piston rings and stuff like that. We are also quite concerned about the black mold. It's filled with black mold all on the walls, every surface. And if we're going to be spending a little bit of time in here, that's a concern for our health. We just don't want to be spending too much time exposed to a neurotoxin if we can avoid it. So what we're going to do is we're soaping down all of the walls with a natural mold killer, and then we're going to go through with the gurney. As you would have seen, we've covered both of the engines with plastic, done what we could to try and isolate that so we don't get any spray or any moisture in there. Let's get going.
PP is good when it's not fogged up and you can actually see things. I'm stoked that I'm actually trying to preserve my health here because we want to be able to enjoy this boat for the rest of our lives. We're laying the foundations for the rest of our lives. But if we don't look after our own health, we're not going to be able to enjoy it for that long because this stuff can be pretty bad for you. But just fit into your gloves, babe.
Don't stretch them.
Phoebe just mentioned something really important is we've already got holes that have been drilled in the bottom of the engine compartment sole. Someone's come and save these motors one day. We need to ensure that the water does drain out of there because we don't want to flood them. What are you thinking? We're just going to get down there and gurney it all off, try and get rid of that mold.
We're going to get sprayed. It's like such a small compartment too, so I think there's going to be a lot of backwash, but...
Yeah, we'll get wet, that's right.
Woo!
Oh, we've got a visitor. G'day, g'day.
G'day! Up as wide as we were hoping. I think a lot of this is actually mold staining, so we might have to use bleach or something, but looks pretty good. We'll eventually end up painting over it anyway. And that plastic worked a treat, hey?
Sure did.
Woohoo!
When a lot of people saw this boat for the first time, they would have just seen the dust and the crap. But I saw straight through that. I saw hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of money spent, endless hours of time and knowledge that has been poured into this project. And not only that, the amount of stuff that already existed in this boat. We've got 6mm hardened glass on all of the windows here. We've got doors to suit. We've got joinery and cupboards and doors all throughout the boat. They just need to be hung. I can figure that sort of stuff out. For a project boat, it had a hell of a lot going for it. You might see other boats out there that are pretty much just bare shells. They need so much stuff engineered and designed on them. I'm a little bit nervous about leaving this boat. I'd like to be on it the whole time, sitting in my rocking chair with my lever action shotgun laid over my lap, but I can't be. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put our 6mm hardened glass panel in here so we're at full lockup stage, because I need to sleep better at night. I've got a lot going on at the moment with this project, and the safer this boat is walking away, I know that I'm gonna sleep well, and I need everything I can get at the moment.
Screw coming out.
Where do you want to lay it down?
I'm going to put it inside.
Oh no,
Just-
on the cardboard?
No, out of the way downstairs. I can probably take it on the way on. What do you
Okay.
want?
I was feeling extremely confident in how I was going to do this job until this morning when I spoke to someone about it, like I do with every job I'm doing, bouncing ideas off professionals, people who've got heaps of experience. Regardless if I've asked 10 people, I'd be happy asking 10 more because that just adds to the knowledge base that I can then decide which is the best way to do something. Although, this morning I asked someone, a mate of mine, how I was going to do this, and they said, well, if you do it that way, I imagine you're going to come back a week later and the glass pane is going to be laying there next to the door on the floor. So now I'm still going through with the idea that I was going to do this job, but now I'm half expecting that it's not going to go right, and I've got a great bit of hardened glass here. I don't know if it'll break when it falls on the ground, if it falls on the ground from here. What we're going to do is we're going to sand the edge face of this. There's quite a big inlay for this glass. It sits right into this whole frame. Generally what I've seen done in all these windows around the boat is that they've used their adhesive, but on the inside perimeter they've also done an inlay of foam, which is a great idea. I really like it. I don't have any foam, don't really have the time to go and get some foam, even though it would be the right way to do it. We need to keep moving, we can't get caught up. If I go to boat builder standard on everything we're doing here, we're going to spend another 2 years in this yard, and we're hoping, this is the first time we've heard it here, but we're hoping to be out back on the water in 2 months. Can you believe it? Well, we'll wait to hear that from you guys in the comments. I'm sure you've got a lot to say about that, but we love a challenge. So go simple and go now. Not necessarily go small, but we're doing our best.
Oh, okay. I can fit right in here.
Oh, that's good. All right. You know what you need to do. Gentle touches. Thanks, baby. I'm going to go get some metho.
Okay.
I haven't been able to easily dig up any methylated spirits via loan from somebody, even though we had some 10 minutes away on the boat, but every trip I do back there is basically half an hour out of the day. So I borrowed some wax and grease remover. It's not the same alcohol based, it uses hydrocarbons, and I don't think it's going to work. Maybe
The only other place I haven't looked is here. Yeah, no.
Would that leave a film between the ceiling and the glass though?
Yeah, if it's got any oil, but you think it wouldn't.
I assume that people would use this and then go over with metho after, because this would just be to remove like resin from glue and stuff. Yeah, I'll go back to the boat and get metho. We've got 2 towels on in a bloom because that's all we have space for, and we've lost both of them overboard because of this southerly wind. Oh, we'll be drying ourselves with rags tonight. Great. Welcome to our V-berth. This is one of the biggest reasons why we were so excited to upgrade, going from 35 foot to 58, because ideally the V-berth on a mono is where you have your friends come and stay. We've got 2 pillows, port and starboard, but at the moment this area is dedicated for tools, materials, toilet paper, cushions for the cockpit, first aid kit, electric skateboard, yoga mat. It's filled with stuff. And this is the reality of living on a 35 foot mono for 5 years when we have people come and stay with us. Usually it's only one person at a time because we move all of the stuff from one side to the other, and then they have, you know, this cushion to themselves. We put up a little lee cloth where all the stuff is to keep it over there and hope it doesn't fall into their space. Or if we have a couple stay with us, which has only happened a few times, we have to find a place to put all of this. We usually put it through the little passage to get from the galley to the aft cabin, or we find someone's house that we can put it in to then put it back on when they leave. So usually it means when we have to access something that's under the pillows, we have to move everything from one side to the other. So what would maybe be a 5-minute task becomes about a 15-minute task because you have to rearrange everything. So we are going to play Tetris together. I have to get the metho from down under here. Let's go.
So it's important that it doesn't slide down.
So maybe I need something to, I can't put my finger under it. Oh yeah, maybe I can. Yeah, is that a good?
Yeah, but go one on the side because then it'll
Yeah,
stay
but it's
level.
it's too.
I just need rough. You right?
Yeah.
We haven't got any masking tape, so this is going to be a very unprofessional way of doing this job. However, I have boarded up a line with lead pencil, and then I'm just going to fill upon that line. And we want to leave a little bit of a gap between the pane and the actual border itself, because that way I can fill in that border at a later date. So let's see how we go. One thing that I can guarantee does affect the outcome of the job is how comfortable you are while you're filling silicone. So I'm just going to try and get in a really comfortable position.
Don't let it sense your fear. Make sure to breathe.
If I saw someone doing this with my tools, I would be having serious words with them. I can assure you that as this project goes on and as our budget increases and we pay off our debts, I will not be using my beloved, really well cared for, always put in that sleeve rule to do spreading of sealants, okay? It is going to get better here, but right now we're just getting by. The reason why we did that spatula method is because I wanted to ensure that the spread of product around the pane is going to be even all the way through. My application wasn't very good. I'm not really experienced with this sort of stuff. When we set it into place, I didn't want the product to squeeze out over into our areas where we're going to have to clean it up because we haven't got any masking tape. It's looking really good, and I'm thinking it's going to be pretty perfect.
Well, let's see.
Yeah. Is this the right way? Can you just check that label?
Yep. About 10 mil. Yep. Okay. And a little bit further to your right. Yep. Yep. A little bit closer to you.
Perfect.
You did such a good job. That's perfect.
All right. So, ready?
Yep.
Your legs are going to be on the road.
Oh, sorry, I should have bought a level. This is so silly.
Probably should try and find some bits of timber that we can actually chop with, because
These lines
having the
aren't.
lines is a really
They're
bad
not
idea.
even, yeah.
We're going to go dumpster diving for our door. There's a really good wood scrap bin around here that's been offering great pickings.
All right. Young man.
Come on, baby, please. Bugger. Oh, there's a bicycle.
Really?
There's two bicycles.
Show them.
Holy dooly. Man, you might really like one of these bikes, babe.
Oh, whoa! There's heaps of stuff in here. There's a Weber barbecue down there.
Is it in good nick?
Not anymore.
Oh, wow,
I have a wire down there.
there's a really good heavy duty trestle there. Oh, there's two. Man, I reckon
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean. Should we grab those?
well, they're going to be heavy as all buggery, but yeah, we'll get them. I reckon put them under the boat. We can set up a workbench there.
Why don't we use those barrels? We get multiple barrels and we just roll them and we just keep rotating the barrels.
What are we in the dark ages? I was thinking I lash them to you and then whip you all the way home. I love that you've always got a peg mark on your shirts.
Peg? Oh, from where I hung out.
Yeah. I'm not liking our chances of being able to even get these out. I reckon we can put probably 40 kilos each.
Yeah. They're not that bad? They're just made of alley though, aren't they? Alley's not that heavy.
No, they're gal box section.
I don't know what that means. Oh look, there's someone with a forklift. How you going?
We're doing this stuff out of here. Do you reckon you could, if I loaded them to a company, you could lift it down for me? Do you want to go through onto the tines?
Oh, thanks so much.
I've just found a sink and a tap.
Really?
I'm going to get it.
Okay.
Yeah, well, we need a sink and we need a tap.
Okay.
And there's one in there.
Is it in good condition or is it being...
Condition, apart from being at the bottom of the scrap heap.
How good's that? This whole process, everything's just fallen into place. That is awesome. It's me and you. Put the camera down for this. They're different heights, but hey, they're free. We'll work it out. Bit of a shame about that ply, but we'll work something out a little bit later in the day.
We're gonna have to suss a temporary door before the end of the day because I don't want to leave this open. That was the whole point, to secure it. And now the world's...
I don't think the world's gonna want that.
Curing time's 24 hours on that. We're gonna have to suss a temporary door before the end of the day because I don't want to leave this open all night. Where we're at with Rudders and props is we're still putting the feelers out into the world to see if anything exists there that might suit us or come our way. We have a really great backup plan, and that backup plan's name is James. He's just built an aluminium Mumby 48. I actually helped him deliver that home. We also sailed with him out to Lord Howe. He's given us a lot of confidence to chase our sailing adventures. He was the one I was actually sitting with, drinking a bottle of red by a fireplace for the final time that we looked at this boat online before we decided to come and have a look at it in person. So when we were doing that, he said to me, mate, if it hasn't got rudders, I'll help you build some. So he's gonna help us create the actual design that I can then construct from. James is gonna be swinging past on his way back to Ballina to give us a little bit of a hand later on today.
No, you gotta turn it off. I can't hear you.
We've borrowed this air compressor from our mate. We're gonna blow out all the hydraulic lines so that when we're ready for hydraulic fluid and the system's complete, all we have to do is untape, connect, and fill. All our hydraulic lines are already in. They've just been sitting here for ages with crappy old masking tape on them. So we're gonna blow them out because any dust in this system can go into the cylinders and cause serious damage. So we need to get that sorted.
Yeah.
Anything through either of them?
No, nothing.
Alright, ready?
Yep. I can hear it now. It was coming out of the copper pipe, but it was actually coming out of where the tape is.
Yeah.
The first time we did it, it was coming out of there, but...
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good. That's good to know. We do want to try and get it out of the top tape area, but I think it'll probably be alright for now.
Righto.
Happy?
Are you happy?
I'm hungry. Can you tell?
Yes. Yes, I can.
I've just gone to tape and I found that there's actually a little bit of water coming out of these top two fittings. There's either water that's gotten into the lines, which is pretty unlikely, so I'm thinking that it's likely condensate from the compressed air lines that's been blown up here and pushed through. I'm just going to leave them untaped for a little bit so they can dry out.
Josh and I have never embarked on a project of this scale before, and since doing so, it's become evidently apparent to us how important organisation is. You're probably thinking, duh, but this is all new to us. We've never built a boat before. And what we're working with at the moment is Josh has just been writing stuff down on cardboard all over the boat. I also got him like a boat book, and that's great for him to brain dump, but he's been leaving the boat book at the boat, and then we're back on Inner Bloom and we're like, oh, the book. So he's writing it down on other paper, leaving it at the boat. It's just way too chaotic for things to run smoothly. So what I've actually done is I've created what's called a Notion page. It's not sponsored, it's free, so I love it. And it's like a website for this boat project. We're going to be able to keep account of all of our to-do lists, things that need to be ordered, parts, that kind of thing. We'll be able to upload digitally all of our manuals, keep account of all our receipts, and then having individual pages for each system that we're working on and making sure that we're getting up to mechanical completion. A friend and sailing guru, John C. Payne, also sent through some incredible information about this boat in particular, but also sending us some templates on how to keep a track of all of our budgeting and finance, a boatload of advice of what we need to do to get back into the water as soon as possible, but then also helping us categorize the abundance of to-dos that we have into priorities. So priority one for us is get floating. And so we have a section there on our Notion about all the systems that we need to work on to be able to get floating. That's priority one. And then once we're in the water, we'll move on to priority two and so on. Josh has such a brilliant and mechanical mind, and I don't in that way. I'm good at other things, but not some. So it's been a little hard to know the best way to alleviate that stress for him without, overwhelming him.
Today's been a hectic day, and the weirdest part is I haven't even got anything done. I've just been talking on the phone all day. It's like a full-time job, and I completely understand how builders feel now. Anyway, Phoebe went for a run today and she did pick up our Morse cables, port and starboard. So we've got throttle and gear select. We've also got our control station, which is really exciting. before the end of the day, we're gonna run these in so we can tick another job off the list. Label these either end so we know what's what by the time they're run in, because we're gonna end up with 4 ends at our helm station. Just gonna run these out on the deck so it makes for an easy run. Get rid of this loop that's curled around it. Another thing that added to the stress of today was finding out that before the end of the week, we're gonna be onto the hard stand, which is there for where we're gonna be paying $1,250 a week, $4,900 a month. Oh my God. So the pressure's on. We need to get all this happening. So please forgive us if you feel like we're rushing, because we are.
All right.
Right, you don't need to come down here. I'm going to start coiling these out.
Yeah.
What we're going to do is feed both of those ends into that conduit.
Yeah.
And then you're going to be in the other engine bay to receive it,
Yeah,
okay?
gotcha.
But what I might do is I might feed in and then you might feed down to me, because these are quite rigid cables, so we're going to need to work together.
All right.
Give them a wiggle for me. Keep going.
They're not going any further.
Pull back a little bit. Just go slowly when you're moving the cables. Slow. Wait, Mr. Phoebe. Just really slow movements, like your tiny pushes, yeah?
Yeah.
Back.
Where are they coming out of?
The conduit, the white conduit. Can you see that white conduit?
Yeah.
It's so good to get to know this boat as intimately as I knew Inner Bloom. It's like meeting someone for the first time and getting to share all your deepest, darkest secrets. Although her secrets are so much dirtier than any I've imagined. You know the ones you see?
Yeah, and then try and push the other two. Yeah, I can see him.
Alrighty, so what you're going to try and do
Yeah.
is put the O-ring of the spanner down.
Yeah.
I'm going to feed them back. I'm going to feed them through your spanner, and then not going to force them up, but you gently have to guide them up as I push them.
Okay.
Okay? They can't bend too tightly, so just go slow, please.
All right.
Going forward into your ring.
Yeah, I got it.
All right, now gently, slowly pull up as I feed to you. Ready?
Yeah.
Alrighty, I'm feeding in.
Oh, take it back. Take it back. I don't see how they're going to bend with that stainless steel.
Let's swap jobs. Keep coming. Bit of force, bit of pressure. Keep coming. There's only 3 that's come up. One's down still. All right, you're gonna have to go back.
All right.
I've got 3. Have I got 4? No. Go back. Can you try and twist them like clockwise or anti-clockwise a little bit? This reminds us of when we refit Inner Bloom for the first time, because we were doing all the work after our full-time jobs from about 6 p.m. through till 10 p.m. every single night. To be here late and to be, pumping against the clock, it makes me reminisce on that time, that sweet, beautiful time.
Yeah, these precious days. This is an easy job, I can do this.
Just watch that you don't pull any of those plastic boots off, okay?
Yeah.
Esky was explaining that we've drilled one hole in the cross beam, we believe, and there's one layer of foam sandwich coming down to there, one panel, and then this is another panel that's been bent, and then you're thinking that it joins here into another panel.
Yeah, so you're getting water in your top layer, which means this whole bottom layer, where I've drilled there is not your lowest point.
Yeah.
So that'll be your lowest point, and then this will be your next lowest point, and then this will be your next lowest point after there.
Keep drilling holes in your boat.
See that? It's dry.
Yeah.
You're dry there.
Dry there. Great news. So I think that's just that cross member that's actually an oval tube in itself, and that's full because we did vacuum 60 litres of water out of that when we first started.
So there will be a point somewhere in here where it's separated here, where they've got glass going up there and another piece going that way that they've glassed to.
Yeah.
So at some point you'll have to drill 1, 2, 3, 4 holes until you stop getting water. Because you've got the saloon deck there that's delaminated,
Yeah.
and you know that there's water being there, and you've got the delamination. So if the water's gone down through the sides or through the panels, we'll have water that's going to be sitting under here.
So let me guess.
You're going to drill a hole under there?
I would like to drill a hole in here.
Dry as a bone, because we've got delamination directly above there, so yeah, that's good. I've never...
This is all the water that's come out of that hole.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So that means somewhere in here you have a contained segment of water.
Yeah.
So you definitely got water there. So if you drill a hole over that side, you're going to have water coming out of there as well. So I'd drill another one directly underneath there somewhere.
Oh, whoa. Woohoo!
We need another bucket.
Oh,
Bugger. That's not good news.
No, that means that whole section here is full of water.
wow. You ready? Go.
So we're not 100% sure if this is the actual composite foam sandwich that they've used, but we're trying to figure out if it's closed cell or not. So literally we just built a little dam or a moat in the middle there, filled it with water, and then we'll let that sit over 24 hours to see where that water goes or if it just pools there. When you have a hole in a boat like this or whatever, it's not going to actually soak into the foam cell. It'll run through the fairing and then it'll go through the fairing between the paint or through the glass and obviously bubble down there, or it'll de-lam like you do over in those other areas.
Thanks, Esky.
Thanks, Ed, for drilling some holes in our boat.
Well, I prefer to have drilled holes and that not happen.
Oh, but that's. I knew that had. Yeah.
Great, there's a gap in the rain. Go, quickly.
Just sitting in this gap in the rain to tell you that I flipped this door over this morning. It's been setting for about 48 hours now. And not that I don't trust the product, I'm just testing my own work. So I laid this cloth below so that if this pane was to fall out, because you'd think in that direction it would, if it was going to, it would have done so. It's all right, so now we're going to hang the door. What better time to do it when it's pissing rain?
It's a big milestone for this boat today. We're getting lifted on a sea lift from this end of the boatyard to the other end of the boatyard. We're in the sails end of this yard and we've been here for way too long. We're next to some really fancy cats and we've got some work to do. So they're gonna move us down there. We're really excited about that because there's amenities like barbecues and showers. We've still been showering on the boat, so to be able to have a shower so close to the boat is awesome. One thing I'm a little bit nervous about though is that this is obviously a cat. In the past when we've had our boat moved, it's one hull. So yeah, where there's two holes, so I'm just nervous about these stress fractures. There's one in that corner there too, so have to check in on that when we get lifted back down.
Gentle now, boys, gentle. Kind to the young lady.
Have you guys done this before?
Moving the cat, who, yes, will be getting a name very soon, we just don't know what it's going to be yet, felt like a truly momentous occasion. For us, it marks the start of a whole new chapter in our 20s, building not just a boat, but a home and the foundation for our future and our future family. And for her, after a decade sitting on the hard stand, it felt just as symbolic. She's waited long enough. She deserves to glide and live a life at sea. But before we get there, there's still plenty of work ahead.
This is the first time that we've been able to see the sheer size of this vessel, and what do you reckon, babe?
It's big.
It's a bit too big, eh?
It's a bit big. Let it be known that we didn't go into debt for content. We bought her because we wanted a safe, comfortable, forever home. And the fact that we love sharing the journey with you all is just what makes this project all the more thrilling. So to the new faces who have found us through this build, welcome aboard. To our OG crew who have been with us since the beginning, we love you. And to our dear Patreons, your support is what makes turning this dream into a reality possible. So thank you.